Shalom, shalom. I'm gonna start off. So by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Double honors the apostle, great most and honors you brothers doing the work of the most on truth and in sincerity. Yahweh's raw name of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah or Yahweh. His raw name is Yahweh, and the son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, and Sham meaning names, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. This is basically this was inspired by a bit of information I came across, so I just went around trying to fact check it. And this looks like a government website, so data.bls.gov. So I assume it to be accurate, right? So then I basically put, how much is a dollar today? Because I think that's the most up to date information. I don't think the numbers for May have been released just yet. Right, so how much would, $1 in April 2022, how much would that have been worth in, say, April 1916? You can see that is only worth 10 cents, right? I don't know how far back we can go. To the very beginning, let's see what we find. 3. Right, so $1 today, has the same buying power as 3 cents in you would call it just over 100 years ago. All right, so this is another indicator that this would you call it this place is going down, man. That this is done, right? And we're gonna start seeing a load of people start suffering, right, because of it. Right, so we'll get into some precepts, right? So one of the things I look for was weights. It says Leviticus 19:13, just balances, just weights, right? A just ephah and a just hin shall ye have. I am Yahweh thy power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. And basically what Esau's giving you in terms of this monetary system is something that is unjust, right? He him and his cronies basically got together, made a decree that about the Federal Reserve, remove the gold standard, and basically ended up in the situation that we're in today, right? This is Isaiah, right, 10:1. I warn to them that decree of righteous decrees and not right grievousness which they have prescribed, right? So when they put together this, these Federal Reserves, these central banks, right, these paper notes, these fiat currencies that aren't backed by anything, those were unrighteous decrees, right? Because here it is, you'll be working and working, but for instance, I'll give you one, right? If you don't get a pay rise every single year, you're actually losing money, right? Why? Because inflation's always going up, right? So you may have money in the bank just sitting there, right? But unless you're using, you're actually losing that money. You're not actually keeping that money because its buying power, right, is going down, going down, right? We saw it there when, 3p, right? When you go back to the beginning, 3 cents, sorry, in America, right? And then the 60s, 1960, you see there it was 10, it was 10 cents, right? So that's how far, right? How far, the dollar has fallen, right? So as we just read there, what this man has given the world in terms of these, these paper notes, these fiat currencies, whereas wickedness, right? This is Deuteronomy 25:13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights, great and small, right? A just Proverbs 16:11, a just weight and balance are the Lord's, are Yahweh's. All the weights of the bag are His work. Diverse work, Proverbs 20:10, diverse works and diverse measures, both of them are like abomination to Yahweh, right? Because when you're dealing with someone, you're supposed to deal with them righteously, you're supposed to deal with them justly, but not Esau, right? Esau's just there to to steal, because that's effectively what this system that he's built, what do you call it, is, right? And when it crashes, he's gonna take everything away from you, right? This is John 10:10. It says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy." Right now, you look at it, and on the physical sense, look how he's stolen lands, he's stolen people, he's stolen those people's resources, right? And then now here it is. We can't be fast forward to today. I mean, not saying that he's not doing that; he's doing that right now. It's just not televised, right? So yeah, right now, right, you have, like I said once again, you have your money in the bank, right, and then he's creating monetary policy that is effectively just taking a hand out of your paycheck every single day, right? Once again, like, you have money in the bank. If you ain't using that, guess what? It's losing its value, right? But when which what we're gonna get in Genesis, right? When you had land, you had land. When you had gold, you had gold, right? It says Proverbs 11:1 says, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just way is his delight. I think we did we just read this? No, I don't think we did. Yeah, but yeah, a false balance, full scales, right? Not once again, when this man has these systems in place, these monetary systems in place, right? They ain't to anyone's benefit but to himself, right? So he can steal money from under your feet, right? We'll grab that in a sec. This is Genesis 13:2 says that Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold, right? So that this is what real riches are, right? In a carnal sense, because the real riches, right, is wisdom, right? Is truth, right? Read that was at Proverbs 11:8, right? But in the carnal sense, the real riches, you're going into cattle, silver, gold, land, right? Which we're gonna have all of that in abundance in the kingdom, right? Yes, we read that. But yeah, I mean, this is what's going to happen to these elites that are holding all of this. In fact, we'll hold that for a sec. We'll just grab this first and foremost, because at the end of the day, we go through these things because we're under the curses, right? We're under the curses, and we have to. It's just the nature of what it is. I got 1 and 6. You have so much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but ye are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes, right? And brothers will feel that, right? You earn some money, you put it in, you once again, you put it in a bank, you look, and then your money's gone. And especially now with the price of petrol going up, skyrocketing, right? You fill up the tank and you're like, yo, shit, that's basically my, paycheck, right? You get tickets, right? You got this to pay for food, right? Rent, energy bills. I mean, in England, energy bills are extremely expensive nowadays, right? And they are due to become even more expensive in around about October, which I remember as soon as because they basically were reviewing prices every 6 months. As soon as they said, oh, we're gonna review prices every 3 months, they said that to be this is for your own good. At that moment, I was like, yeah, they're basically doing that so that when these energy price increases, that it's felt by the consumer a lot quicker, right? Because this man doesn't do anything for your own benefit. This is now just on, for instance, for these elites, right? Because at the end of the day, they're getting all of these riches and whatever have you from all the people bankrupting the world so that they can be rich. But guess what, right? The Lord is gonna have the last laugh, right? So James 5 from the top says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep now for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, right? And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, right? And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days." Right? So here it is, you've got all of these things, all of these riches, all of these golds and silvers, but what is it? What does it really mean? Right? All of that gold that that you've acquired, you're gonna vomit it up, right? For us, right? But as for everything else, hey, it is what it is, right? Your kingdom's going down, and we can see it, right? And once again, the economic forecasters, that aren't in the mainstream, they can see it too. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3, right? It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And that bit there is talking about your forecasters, right? They can see that this kingdom's about to crash. Right now, the elites, once again, they think it's for their benefit. What does it say in Job the 20th chapter? When he's about to fill his belly, i.e., when he's about to, put that, the closing stages on his new world order. When he's about to do that, then guess what? Right, the Lord is gonna disappoint him. Right, and then once again, he's gonna vomit up all of them riches that he's stolen from all the world. Right, that his economic policies that he's put together, right, have basically made the whole world hurt, man. Right, everyone's through, right, by the hand of this man. Right, this is Proverbs 29:2. Right, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, and people ain't rejoicing. Right, hey, you watch people as they cautiously fill out their tank. Right, just look at them, just they're hurt. People going to buy food hurt. Right, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. Right, so we definitely know that the righteous aren't in authority at the moment. It's about when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn, but that's more like it. Right, that's why everyone's suffering from mental health issues at the moment. Right, because he's pushing vibrations of wickedness, right, which is putting demons on these people, right. But not only that, right, he's just oppressing people, even his own damn people, right. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting, right? $1 in April 2022, right, has the same buying power as 10 cents, 62 years ago, right? So hey, you got a lot to pay for, man. You gonna vomit all them riches up, man, right? And your gold and silver ain't gonna save you in that day. So it's like, why are you even doing it? But it just goes to show you the pride, right? The vanity of what this man is doing, right? Because hoarding all these riches has no benefit for you, right? It benefits us ultimately because it's all part of the Lord's plan, right? And how He's going to bring you down, right? But hey, it just goes to show you the power of the Lord. So yeah, as always, Lord's what I was edifying. Till next time, say Shalom.